to a beautiful evening here at Gettysburg National Military Park. My name is Wendy Allen. I'm the president of the Lincoln Fellowship of Pennsylvania. The 100 Nights of TAPS Gettysburg is sponsored by the Lincoln Fellowship of Pennsylvania. Tonight I'm really honored to introduce retired Colonel John R. Thomas from Bangor, Maine, our bugler. All of our buglers come here on their own dime. They're volunteers. Obviously, we could not have our program without them. So please welcome the Colonel. We have some other VIPs in our audience tonight. I really want to take the time to point them out because they're a critical part of our program, and it's a real honor to have everybody here tonight. First of all, we've got Yari Villanueva, who is the executive director of the Doughboy
Foundation.
Thank you, Foundation. Does terrific work. He's also the TAPS expert in the entire world, and we're honored to have him here tonight. Yari. Visiting with us tomorrow night's bugler. He's going to help us on later on in this program. Retired Brigadier General Jeffrey Newton. He's with the United States Air Force and Air National Guard. He's right over here, so please welcome Brigadier General. We also have one of our favorite buglers here tonight, and he sounded taps, and I also want to mention this. He sounded taps over at our Lincoln Cemetery at Gettysburg, which is our African American cemetery. We have started sounding taps over there every Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Mitch sounded taps over there tonight. It was a beautiful program. Mitch, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you. I also want to thank, and we haven't because it's been so doggone hot, the team here from the Lincoln Fellowship who help with the program every single night throughout the summer. So first I'd like to welcome and have you welcome and thank John Tuskin, our archivist and historian and presenter. Terrific person. Scott Burkett, he's on our board of directors. He's also a presenter. And our talented photographer, Sandy Tuskin, who's right here. Once again, I'm honored to welcome Colonel John R. Thomas, tonight's bugler. He's a freelance musician from Bangor, Maine. He retired from the United States Air Force after over 37 years, primarily in research and leadership. He has founded TAPS for veterans and military members over 1,000 times. Previously, he served as commander of the Maine State Honor Guard, which provides military funeral honors for all Air Force members and veterans throughout the state of Maine. The governor of Maine has designated him the Maine State Bugler. He has twice sounded taps at Arlington National Cemetery. Colonel Thomas is also a founding director of TAPS for Veterans. He is director of a classic big band, the Skyliners Dance Band, and is an on-call trumpet player for many local bands. It's an honor to have you here. Please welcome once again. We meet here in Gettysburg National Military Park so that we shall never forget our brave American veterans. We remain steadfast in our dedication to the great unfinished work which those who fought here, as well as in many foreign lands, so nobly advanced. And we honor that they gave their last full measure of devotion so that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Take your hat off, Dad. Take your hat off.
keeping with a tradition that we started 6 years ago, we are honoring one soldier every night for this ceremony. This soldier comes to represent all the soldiers buried in Gettysburg National Cemetery. This year we're honoring First Sergeant Philip Rice Hamlin of the 1st Minnesota Volunteer Infantry Regiment, and we place his image on our commemorative coin that we present to our buglers and folks who help us out with the program. This year our coins are presented in memory of Charles Scott. We call him Scotty. He was a great friend, former board member of the Lincoln Fellowship, an admirer and student of Abraham Lincoln, and he's just the greatest guy. I miss him so much every day. Let me tell you just a few things about Sergeant Hamlin. As part of the 1st Minnesota Infantry, he arrived in Gettysburg early on July 2nd, 1863, and was initially held in reserve. But as the Union 3rd Corps collapsed in full retreat, General Hancock gave the famous order for the 1st Minnesota to charge the lines. Of the 262 soldiers who charged, 215, 82%, were killed, wounded, or missing. One of the most severe losses suffered by a Union regiment in a single engagement during the Civil War. Although not directly involved in the charge, Sergeant Hamlin was dispatched down the line to assess what had happened. As nighttime descended and the roar of gunfire gave way to the cries of the wounded on the field, Hamlin completed his assignment. The next day, while repulsing Pickett's charge, the 1st Minnesota suffered 54 more casualties. While charging near the color bearer, Sergeant Hamlin was struck in the neck, leg, and chest, and he died instantly. He was 24 years old. He was first buried near Tawnytown Road, right down here. I'm sure many of you came here tonight using that road. Later in the fall, his remains were reinterred to Soldiers National Cemetery behind you up on the hill in the Minnesota plot, Section A, Grave 10. And we did take a picture of his grave and the Minnesota plot if you'd like to take a look on your way out tonight. A comrade said of him, deprecating war, loving and praying for peace, he was fighting for his government as the performance of a sacred duty he owed to it and to God. I would now like to present the pen of the panel. We sound taps here every night at 7 p.m. between now and Labor Day. We hope you can join us again. We do have an expanded program, but when it gets this high, we cut it way back. We like to have our buglers sound taps. So before I close, I would like to invite. I forgot your title again. I am sorry.
General.
Yes, thank you. Forgive me. Please forgive me. It's hot. Please forgive me. General's going to close out the program, and please, my apologies.
Hey, good evening, everyone, from the great state of Alabama. It's an honor to be here supporting the Lincoln Fellowship of Pennsylvania, as well as the 100 Knights of Taps, and also to support my buddy, Colonel John Thomas. We served together in the Air Force. We both, him from the state of Maine, I'm from the state of Alabama. We know what happened just a few hundred yards that way about 162 years ago. Just a little skirmish. I think we all got over that, and anyway, it's great to be here tonight, and I look forward to participating tomorrow night. And what I'd like to do now, thanks again, John, for all that you do for this, for the 100 Nights of Taps and everything that you've done. It's been a pleasure serving with you over the many, many years. It is. And we set this up each year where we play consecutive nights. So he's got it tonight, I got it tomorrow night. So if you're around here tomorrow night, we'd love to see you. But if I'd like to invite any service members or veterans that's out in the audience, come on up. We're going to get your picture made. So if you're out there, come on. Don't be shy. Come on up. All veterans and service members.